Well, how does the morning find you, fellow Arisens? It is I, Captain Steve, and today, chums, I'm going to be walking you through how I do dragon forging. Rather than spawning the same dragon constantly over and over again, I'm going to show you a route that I do to find multiple dragons to do dragon forging. Now, as you can see, a lot of my items on my main pawn have already been dragon forged. I've also done a little bit of enhancing, like this item here, the Boots of Shadow, which I just got after killing Death. Heck yes, I did! Yeah, if you didn't see that video, I put a card at the top. Right, however, my pawn, hardly any of her stuff has actually been rarefied at all, or dragon forged for that matter. I mean, you have to dragon forge it before you can rarefy it. Rarefying it turns the dragon forge to silver and gold. Yes, she's got some bits, but not all of her gear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything off my pawn and everything on my main character, swap it all about. So my main character has got all the things that I need to dragon forge, and then I'm going to do a dragon forge run. So yes, I'm going to go and encounter all the dragons in Grand Soren. Now for them to respawn, you have to sleep up to about 14 nights in total. Yes, for them to respawn. So if you are doing side missions and you're doing a lot of sleeping to respawn in, say, gorms or, giant fish, or even getting some war bugles or whatever, you're probably going to be sleeping well up to that 14 limit anyway, or past it. And as soon as you think, yes, I've done it, try this run, and stick all your non-dragon forged items that you want dragon forged onto your main character, and then just go run this. And then you can enhance them and, all sorts of other shenanigans. So brilliant. Awesome. Hopefully you're going to pick this up and do it. Also, the dragons in Grand Soren, or Grand Sis, I should say, they are going to drop tiers. So dragon tiers. There's a Wyrm tier, a Drake tier, and a Wyvern tier. Once you get all three of these tiers into your actual person, or into your carrying it in your equipment area, apparently increases the drop rate, the rarity drop rate. So your first dragon is in Blue Moon Tower. You would have been here to fight against Salamat, and you may have even come here to fight the Griffin if you didn't kill it straight away. Yeah, and it's at the roof end, right at the very top of the tower. Right at the very top of the tower is also where you're going to find your first dragon on this run. Heck yes. Now this dragon, it hasn't got the heart on its chest. No, it's on its freaking back. In between its shotter blades, where its wings meet its back. Yes, so you've got to try and get there. It's quite a tricky spot to latch onto. Now this dragon, people say, is a wind dragon, and you can see why they feel it's a wind dragon. It actually does wind type spells as well. It can also growl and knock out your whole team, just like the actual Drake can. So it's a bit of a pain in the freaking backside, this little monster. Heck yes it is. And the magical attacks don't seem to do as much damage to this dragon. It's quite... Physical attacks, though, do. Now, its weak spot is on its back, as I mentioned before. If this dragon takes to the sky, it's very difficult to shoot out of the sky because its heart is not exposed and it's on its back. And it dive bombs you. So as it's dive bombing you, you've got to time a ranged attack at it. It's quite difficult to knock it out of the sky if you're not a ranged fighter. So yeah, fun times to be had. And there's a shed load of harpies sitting up, perched above all this sort of area, and they're going to randomly fly down at you. They're a pain in the frickin' butt as well, especially if you're not a ranged attacker. And so I would say bring a ranged attacker with you, and you want to try and get on it, mount the dragon, and climb up and attack it here. I've gone into Super Saiyan mode. I'm freaking on fire, because yes, I'm a magical archer, I've got that ability, and I'm just going to be hacking the heck out of it while I'm on fire. You can see there, I make short work of it. It's getting onto its weak spot, though, that isn't the fun part. You can also see that a fellow strider that I had with me, Crystal, she was also climbed up there and hacking the heck out of it too. So yeah, take along some pawns that are striders or whatever. Awesome. We've completely decimated this dragon. Did I get dragon forged? No, I didn't. Did I pick up a tier? No, I didn't. What's this video about? Getting dragon forged and getting the tiers. Didn't get either. No such luck on that one. No such luck at all, people. Yeah, fun times, but that's your first dragon. Dead, diddly dead. Heck yes. And there is a chance, there is a random chance that you are going to get dragon forged. There's a random chance you might get tiers. What isn't random, though, is these chests. These chests are going to respawn where you can grab some stuff that you can sell. There's going to be bags and bags of gold that you can pick up. Heck yes, I'm getting super looty rich. Now, there's a load of freaking snow harpies here as well. Killing those, you might get the glacial pinions, the glacial feathers, which are used for enhancements at quite a low level, but it's surprising how much gear needs them. Freaking loads of it. So there's another win, I suppose. It's hard to tell when the glacial pinions are there, so just go over to their carcasses and have a look. Awesome. We've picked up all of that loot. Lovely, lovely loot. Lovely, lovely gold. But we didn't get dragon forged. Our second dragon is over inside of the Water God's Temple, which is found sort of by that midpoint where you start the quest to take the Hydra's head back to Grand Soren from frickin' decades ago. Near to where you meet that hill where you meet your first set of frickin' harpies. Master harpies! You know where I mean. It's behind this waterfall. Hopefully you went here in a side quest given you by Maximilian when you do the worm hunt sort of thing. Yeah, so you go into here and you head all the way to the back where the dead priest was that got murdercated by a freaking cyclops. Yeah, so you go over to that sort of temple. It's over there. You go. There's the Water God's title. I just showed you on the map. But head all the way through here. You can't really miss in the map. It's the biggest freaking chamber at the back. So yeah, just head on over there and you're going to encounter this dragon. Now, the lovely thing about this dragon is it's indoors. It can't take to the freaking sky. And this one has got its heart on its chest. It will cast spells. So if you see that big red ring, get out of that big red ring. If you see that your pawns are standing in it, call them over. Don't let them get hit by that big red ring. You don't want that to happen. No, you don't. Anyway, I'm going to buff myself slightly for this one. And I'm going to go at its chest, physical attacks. I'm going to go in Super Saiyan mode on fire and hopefully take it out super duper quick. Now what I would say is when I was a male character that was super tall, I could do this on standing position. With this character, it seems to hit and miss, hit and miss, hit and miss. Where before it was just hit. So I find that I have to actually scale it, climb it, and then go at it. There are bonuses of being a small character. You seem to be far more nimble and be able to dodge a bit quicker. Also, I feel I can actually jump and reach higher points. I know that's weird because you haven't got the height. It doesn't work in basketball, but it seems to work in this. And also, you know, inside of like the Shadow Fort, there's those little caves where you can't go in because you're too tall most of the time. I can run through them like a little freaking mole in a hole. It's freaking great fun. Anyhow, I mounted this dragon, got on his weak spot. We go into freaking town. Oh, somehow I ended up on the head. Now I'm back on the chest. Okay, fine, awesome, brilliant. Well, I'm going to be hacking away at his weak spot, but you can see there, all my pawns got downed. He can do this growl move as well, like any dragon can, where they can just sort of completely take out all of your pawns in one go. So I do spend a bit of time picking my pawns off the ground. If you're super quick at this, you can kill him usually before he does any of this sort of stuff. Just an unlucky run. Usually I decimate these dragons, but you know, when you're filming, nothing goes to plan. And it's like I killed the first dragon. Did I get Dragon Forge? No. Did I get a tier? No. Will it happen on this one? Probably not. Yeah, in fact, I know. No, it doesn't. It doesn't work on any of these dragons, in fact, people. I mean, this is a voiceover over the video. You can tell. I haven't got my joypad in my hand. There it is. You can see it's in record mode. Yeah, so there we go. I know. I have no such luck. But what I do get is a shed load of XP. There's a load of chests here, as you can see in the background. There's one just there. There's about 3 chests in this area. You're going to get a load of gear that if you're already like 150 and you've been running Bitterblack, it's probably pointless picking it up. But you can go and sell it and get loads of gold if you need gold to buy curatives and other things. So yeah, might as well make the most of it. But this is fun. This is fun taking out these dragons. You might get the tiers, and I'll tell you more about the tiers in a moment. But yeah, and I'll show you them towards the end. And yeah, I've got duplicates. So if you want to add me on PlayStation, I'll put my name at the top of the screen now. So you can add me on there, and you know, I'd happily give you one. Just message me, just DM me. So this dragon is over by the Shadow Fort. You can see there I was by the rest point. Now what I would say is come over to the left as far as you can to this sort of cluster of rocks and pull the dragon over to you. Hit it from a ranged attack if you can, if you're a ranged attacker. Because just past there is a massive goblin encampment. I'm talking like 30 plus goblins. And they will be a pain in the frickin' backside while you're fighting this dragon. You know, while I'm doing this, they're going to be hitting me with frickin' clubs and knocking me back and all sorts of stuff. Pain in the neck. And there's ones that have even got the horns that call in more as well. So, yeah. call the dragon to you. As soon as you hit it, it's probably going to expose the heart. It gets angry at that point. It's going to charge you, and after it charges you, it tries to headbutt you, or it's going to do its super duper growl and take out all your pawns, so you spend time picking them off the ground. It's going to do one of those two things. It's very rare it takes to the sky straight away. And there you go. It just took out all my pawns. So I'm just going to pick them up before... Well, I picked up one before he even hit the floor. Righto. And now I'm just going to go to town on its heart because it's exposed. I've been doing quite a lot at range because I needed to bring it over this way. But once it's in range, just go to town on the blinking thing. I mean, usually I go into Super Saiyan mode, set myself on fire and go to town on it. But like I say, this one, I kind of hit, miss, hit, miss, hit, miss. So I figured, well, I've already buffed my magical archer skills, so I might as well just use my arrows. I took all of its energy, but I've ended up using all my stamina to do it. I've got to pick up my team again for a second time. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to do my biting wind, or whatever it is. And I'm going to take this one out. Whoom, missed. I hit his leg. Do you see that? Just missed. He turned just at the last second. That would have been freaking epic to make that connection. And I've done that so many times as well. I was like, oh, yeah, let's show off a bit. We're doing a video. And now I look like a complete numpty because I've got no stamina. And I just, boom, just one punch bang. Yeah, and I find that with the dragons is you have to deal the last blow to the heart. I've never seen one of my pawns actually finish a dragon. Maybe it's just me, but I've been doing this some time, and it always seems to be me that has to deliver that final blow. In fact, the actual pawns say, Master, hit the heart, or something like that. So I think you have to deliver a final blow to a dragon. And guess what? I didn't get Dragon Forged. I'm just checking my armor because I can't believe it. I'm like, I haven't had a single thing Dragon Forged, and this is my third dragon. And I didn't get a tear either. And this whole video is about tears and experience and dragon forging and... Trust me, it does happen. It does happen from time to time. However, on my live stream the other day, after I did this, because this is an older video, I was on a live stream and I went into Bitterblack, and you know the courtyard where you're using moonbeams? Well, there's a dragon that spawns there after you kill Damon in first form. I haven't killed him in second form yet. And yeah, I go there, I kill that dragon, and in comes the undead dragon. I kill that dragon, I get double Dragon Forge from both of them. I must have Dragon Forged like 7 pieces of gear in one live stream, in just 2 dragons. Freaking insane. So, you know, there are better methods out there, and I'm going to add that into this sort of run. At the end of doing this, I go to Bitterblack and see if killing those will Dragon Forge other gear. I'm going to add that in now. So, here we go. So this little dragon here, this one is right by Grand Soren. If you're heading towards the mines from Grand Soren from the main entrance that you take the Hydra head through, you are going to run into this dragon. If you're heading towards the mines or towards the abbey, that sort of general direction, you're going to come across this guy. But what I would say is sleep till morning, because he appears till about midday. And then after you hear the clock chime inside of Grand Soren around 12 noon, he takes off and he flies over to that castle where Mercedes was fighting that guy with a freaking awesome shield. I can't remember the name of the actual outpost. But yeah, round by where there's a Cyclops, and there's a little mini pool where you can get your health back, the spring or whatever, not too far, near to Hillfire Knock or whatever it is, where you go to see the Dragon Forge dude. Round there anyway. Anyhow, he flies around there, and I've gone to there. Why he's flying around? I've tried to knock him out the sky, but nothing seems to be able to reach him, so I don't know why he flies around there. It's got me intrigued. But anyhow, he can do that raw move as well, just like the other dragon. In fact, he's an exact copy of that last dragon that we'd done outside the Shadow Fort. What I would say is this one can be annoying as well when it comes to mobs that are around this one. So you get flying harpies, succubi, and also the hellhounds. I freaking hate hellhounds. Now, I don't know for sure, but the hellhounds, if they seem to breathe fire at this guy, I think he might get some energy back. I'm not 100% sold on that. Don't quote me on that one, but it seems to. So maybe this is like the fire-type dragon, earthy fire. So the one in Blue Moon, he seems to be like a windy-type dragon. The one inside the Water God's altar, I can assume, is a water dragon. And this one seems to be earth fire, something like that. Anyhow, I'm just going to be shooting it with my magical bolts and then delivering the final blow. Again, I went for that cutting wind move. Let's see if we can get him this time. Boom. Yes, we did. Done him. Excellent. We've gone up a couple of levels. There's one of those freaking hellhounds. Take that, hellhound, you freaking dog of freaking Satan. And yeah, there's a succubi. You can tell it's a succubi because it's got like the leathery bat wings rather than the feathery ones that harpies have. Take that, succubi. Nice. There's also a greeny type one, isn't there? Can't remember what they call those ones there. But anyhow, we kill all these. Take that, die, And you can have some of this death as well. Die diddly die. Oh, and I need to show you these dragon's tears that I'm on about. So these dragon tears, if you carry all 3 types of tear on your person, you usually find it where your merit badges and stuff like that, you know, the one that gives you a discount in Grand Soren. So it just stays in your actual inventory space, and as long as you've got all 3 in there, apparently it increases your drop rate of rare items inside of the Everfall, mainly. Now, there's no real sort of conclusive evidence whether it increases your drop rate in Bitterblack Isle, but, you know, they weigh next to nothing, so just have them on your person. Hopefully it's going to increase your droppage. So it's worth a chance, isn't it, you know, if you get some better Bitterblack, you know. So anyhow, as you can see, my luck is shite anyway, so I need all the help I can freaking get, because I didn't get Dragon Forged, and I killed 4 dragons. 4 freaking dragons, and didn't get a single teardrop either. However, I have got all the tears, and you can see I've got lots of Dragon Forged gear, so it does work, and yeah, maybe I'm just not as lucky as most. Anyhow, to those tiers. So there's 3 of them. There's like a red one, a green one, and a purple one. So, and they appear under your crystals inside your menu. Here you go, other. So there you go, there's a purple one, which is a Wyrm tier. There's a Drake tier, and then there's the Wyvern tier. If you've got those 3, you've got all 3. You've got the full set. Heck yes, you've collected them all like a good Pokemon Ranger. If you haven't got them, like I say, DM me if you're on PlayStation. I might be able to give you one, if I've still got them. Until next time, goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye again. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please hit a like and a subscribe. And I'd like to say a massive, great big thank you to all of my backers over on Patreon and over on YouTube membership. Thanking you, backers. And if you want to support this channel, just don't skip the adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or yeah, just stay with Captain Steve that little bit longer and hit something on this screen. There's merch here now too.